Hi everybody, my name is Stacy Gianmarco and I am the Director of Marketing and Development here at Red Oak Behavioral Health. And we are here with the first in a series of videos that we're going to be presenting to the community to help us tackle some of the struggles of the COVID-19 pandemic. I am here with Alyssa Ward, one of our rock star therapists from Barberton City Schools. And Alyssa is going to be here to help us navigate and understand and identify some of the signs of compassion fatigue, and then provide us with real life solutions to take on self-care. Alyssa, I know that you and I have talked offline about all of the struggles we're facing, particularly as parents of those with young kids. When I wake up in the morning, I'm already tired. I don't even have to get out of bed and I'm already tired. So talk to us and help us know, what are the signs of compassion fatigue?
So compassion fatigue happens when we are dealing with our own stressors, but we're also trying to help other people deal with their stressors. In this case, our children. The first stage of compassion fatigue is the zealot stage, and that's where things aren't bad yet. Things are kind of new and interesting and novel. We were running around preparing things, maybe going to the grocery store, getting used to this new normal. Then we move into the irritability stage, and that's where we start to really become a little bit frustrated with our kids. We start to have difficulty with the work and life balance and trying to parent on top of that. We start to also feel overwhelmed, maybe angry with other people or seeing people on the news that aren't following the rules, and we start to become irritated with them, irritated with messages that are getting mixed from politicians and health directors. We move into the withdrawal stage, and that's where we really start to feel extremely overburdened. We're wondering, when is this ever going to end? When will this be over? When can we have our normal lives back? And that's when we start to really lose patience with our children as well. We have a lot less patience with them, more frustration, and they really get on our nerves, and we feel like we can't get a break from them.
Yes.
The fourth stage is the zombie stage, and that's what we're really trying to avoid by practicing self-care. With the zombie stage, it's where some people might get into a state of depression. They find it more difficult to reach out for help, talk to people on the phone, and they start to lose their connections. They might even start to feel devoid of all emotions.
I can certainly recognize a lot of those stages in compassion fatigue. And you know, we are all being inundated with all this information about how to take care of ourselves. Take 15 minutes a day. If you can do nothing else, take some time for yourself. And the reality is, not all of us have the ability to do that for whatever reason that may be. So talk to us about some real life tips that we can begin to use today. As soon as they watch this video, they can go into their homes and say, I'm going to do this. So talk to us about some of those things.
Sure. So I like to focus on the emotional and mental health well-being aspects of this. So you can start normalizing and acknowledging your feelings. Call those feelings out and say, I'm feeling sad and this is why I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling anxious and this is why. And it's okay to experience those feelings in front of your kids as well. It might help them process their feelings better and acknowledge why they're feeling the way that they are. Another thing that you can do is change your script. So your self-talk is huge. And instead of having the negative self-talk in your head of, I'm a terrible mom, or I'm failing at my job, you kind of change those scripts around to make you feel better and normalize it. For example, I'm terrible at helping my child with their schoolwork. It's important to remember, you're not your child's teacher. You're helping them, attempting to learn at home instead of at school. Or I'm failing at my job. It's important to remember, you are not working from home. You are at home attempting to do work during a time of crisis. Right. It's also important to remember that you're not alone. So many other people are experiencing these same emotions, and I've really seen that even this week after the announcement of school being closed for the remainder of the year. I think a lot of people are really at that limit right now of, I can't possibly do anymore. And it's important to look around and see you're not alone in those feelings. Another thing that you can do for self-care is set small goals for yourself. Just even if that's putting the laundry away that has been sitting in the dryer for 3 days. If you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to tackle that today, and then you actually do it, you can celebrate that, or celebrate getting dressed when you haven't gotten dressed all week. Celebrate the fact that you kept the kids alive for one day.
Right, I agree.
And then another thing you can do is just set some small things for yourself that you can do to make your life a little bit easier day by day. For me, that's been making sure I go to bed with a clean kitchen so that when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to look around and start my day off in chaos. My kitchen's clean and I feel good in the morning. Another thing you can do is just make sure your kids go to bed at a consistent bedtime every night. That helps them stay on track with their schedule, but it also helps you so that maybe you have just a little bit of time without them in the evenings.
Absolutely. Well, I think those are all great tips. I'm going to use some of them for my own sake when I get home tonight, and I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I feel very blessed to be on this journey with all of you as a resource and a support system, so I really appreciate all that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
We want to thank you all for taking the time to watch our tips and tricks of the week for compassion fatigue. And if you or any of your loved ones are feeling any of these signs or symptoms, please reach out to your therapist or case manager that you have at the school that your children are attending, or you're welcome to call our outpatient facility at 330-996-4600. And you will be able to talk with someone within 24 hours through our same-day access service. We thank you again, and you can look forward to next week's topic, which is going to be setting emotional boundaries, which is a huge, huge topic for a time that we're in right now. Physical boundaries have been set for us, but in order for us to get through this mentally well, we need to be able to set some emotional boundaries too. So thanks again for your time, and we'll see you next week.